So where should we begin? I am Luke Jones. I am a senior at the University of Iowa, proud homosexual for almost 7 years now, and I am a medievalist here at the university. When it comes to understanding homophobia as it pertains to the queer community and where it stems from, one must look at two key sources: religion and misogyny. Within the modern era, homophobia and religion are very tightly interwoven. Across the world, many countries are still homophobic. It is just believed to be that this is the way that society has always been. But it's not. Contrary to what you might believe, most societies weren't homophobic in the Middle Ages and earlier. There's proof of two-spirit people in Native American culture. There's Viking men buried together in Norway. There's Egyptian couples buried in a tomb together in Egypt. Stories of Greek gods who fell in love with mortal men. Truth, homophobia is a Christian invention, but not one that existed from the outset. True birth of homophobia began in the 11th century, over 1,000 years after the death of Jesus. That is truly when homophobia began to well up in Christianity. In truth, homophobia is not strictly from the Bible. It is the intolerance of a few men warping the perspectives of an entire group. People often cite Leviticus as the greatest in-text example in favor of homophobia. But something that they tend to fail to take into consideration is that the Bible is over 2,000 years old. And in that time, the Bible has transcended from biblical Hebrew. That's obviously from the Stonewall riots. We had been making strides in progress since, well, the 1700s, slowly and surely, very, very slowly. But it was the Stonewall riots in particular, as well as the AIDS epidemic, that really brought queer problems into the mainstream public view.
I think it's about time the gay brothers and sisters got their rights, and especially the women.
Look, your job.
Darling, I don't have a job. I'm on welfare. I have no intentions of getting a job as long as this country discriminates against homosexuals. Right on.
When people want to talk about LGBT history, the first thing that comes to most people's mind is the Stonewall riots in June of 1969. However, 10 years prior to this, the LGBT community made a similar stand in Los Angeles in May of 1959. Known as the Cooper Donut Riots, this riot was a sit-in and a protest by transgender patrons used to be bullied by police. However, due to the fact that transgender individuals are often pushed to the sidelines in the history of the queer community, the event is often overlooked by historians and by those who look into the LGBT community.
I've been trying to get up here all day for your gay brothers and your gay sisters in jail!
Stonewall was not the community's first stand. Although it did bring many people together and was a major step forward, it was the Cooper Donut riots and the sacrifice of those transgender individuals that was the true beginning of the revolution. Really, it can come from anywhere. Even if you're not LGBT yourself, it is very easy to simply be an ally. The best action for an ally to take is to remember first and foremost that a gay man is not here to be your Barbie doll. He is, above and beyond all else, a person. He is your friend, at least I do hope. I knew this experience firsthand. When I was in high school, after I came out, some of the popular girls suddenly all wanted to be my friends. They wanted to go to the mall with me, and they wanted to talk about boys. But very quickly they realized that I wasn't just a pet for them. They realized I had a personality. And very quickly, almost as soon as they had become my friends, they left me again. Because I wasn't their performing circus monkey. Because I was an individual, first and foremost. And because my true friendship lied with the people who had been my friends since 7th grade. The stock gay character has not changed since the 1990s. One need only look at Jack McFarland and Kurt Hummel as clear examples of this. Although their shows started almost 20 years apart, they are very much the same character. They are both flamboyant, proud, fashion-loving little pets for the female leads. Granted, Kurt has a lot more personality, more intelligence, and is overall a better representation of a queer character. But the fact remains that most characters in TV that are gay are made gay first and a person second. They are almost always a token character. The best way to make a gay character for a story, if you are a writer, if you ever end up working on a movie or a TV show or a book, is to remember that a gay person is a person first. That before they realized they were gay, they were someone else. They have a mother and a father. That they have friends. That they have interests outside of men or women. The same is true if they are transgender. They are a person first. People often criticize the queer community for reading into characters signs of homosexuality that isn't there. But the thing is that queer people have been starved for representation for years. It's why people cry out to Disney to make a gay Disney princess or gay Disney princes. Why they beg mainstream movie companies to make more movies with queer characters as the focus. Because for years, they've been the background character that's only seen in one scene for a single joke. But they want to be the heroes, too. I believe all writers should have a goal. My dream is to give my readers gay heroes that they can look up to. Characters that are characters first. I want characters who have dreams, ambitions, fears, who don't always get along with their love interest at first, or do, who don't always know exactly what they want to say, or do the wrong thing sometimes. Characters who struggle with more than just their sexuality. So few stories focus on what happens after the coming out. That is the greatest thing I think I can give the world. Is gay heroes, whether they be in books, TV, movies, whatever I can get my writing turned into. My goal is very simple. To make heroes that my readers, viewers, whoever they may be, can feel like they aren't alone in the world. Where their story isn't over once they come out. But there is something beyond, Mom, Dad, I'm gay. My advice to you is, come out. In your own time, in your own way, come out. The weight will disappear. Maybe you can't now. Well, my dad was always very open-minded, and I knew I could come out to him. But I also know that's not the case for everyone. My greatest advice I can give you is be proud of who you are. It's hard to be proud of it, because movies and religion have told you for years that you're wrong. But it's not the way to live. But it is. People have been around since ancient Egypt and long before. From the beginning of civilization until the modern age, we are not an invention of the 1960s. We have always been here. We will be here long after today, long after tomorrow. We are a community. We are a family. And you might not be able to feel welcome in your own home. But that's just it. Sometimes family is the people you're saddled with at birth. And sometimes family is the people you choose.
There are a lot of kids here. And if we catch you with a homosexual, the rest of your life will be a living hell. And you will be caught. Don't think you won't be caught.
The point of this video is not simply to say homophobia is bad, you shouldn't do it. The only way to combat homophobia is to understand where it comes from, what its roots are. And by understanding the roots, we can kill the weed from the ground up. The point of this video then is to explain where homophobia comes from in the hopes that we can get rid of it in the future.